Good evening, one and all. It's Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. It's Friday night in Hamilton, Ontario, and we're just about ready to pick up the Friday night ZOE Ragchew. We're monitoring the VE3 ZOE repeater on a frequency of 443.075. Net controller tonight will be Larry VE3LBI. Please stand by.
Good evening, all, and welcome to the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Let me turn that off. Don't get the feedback with the plus offset and no phone is required. And my call sign is Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. My first name is Larry, and I'm located on the East Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net to join the conversation. Please give us your call sign and your name. Tell us about yourself, your equipment, or what you'd like to add to the conversation. And before we start, I'd like to thank Terry, VA3IMW for the use of that repeater. And please remember, we have a repeater has very good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. Last but not least, please let the repeater drop in between our conversations so we can get in. Can I get check-ins for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI.
Victor Echo 3 Sierra Mike November. Victor Alpha 3 Whiskey Papa Golf Chris Dundas. VA3
VA3IMW.
What, did the race start already? We're just starting now. Go ahead, VE3LBI.
VA3 CJZ.
Trying to catch up with my writing up what I was doing, Chuck. So, anyways, a couple things. Mac, thanks so much for putting it on YouTube. We got 1 week before Halloween, guys. Everybody, so that's coming up next Friday night. It's a lot of fun. Oh, and one more thing here. I got POTA stats. Canada, 5,928 POTA parks. U.S., 12,468. Worldwide, 82,212 POTA parks. What else did I have? Oh, by the way, yes. As we talked last week, I had that one battery that had failed in my group outside. I removed it. Everything's back to normal. Now they're doing up their full charge, and everything looks good. So I'm pleased with that. And another busy night. Hamilton Ticats are playing. So far, I think they're winning. What else we got there? Well, obviously, we got the World Series starting at 8 o'clock. So, Bill, if you don't mind, if you're going to listen to it or watch it, whatever, keep us informed if anything happens. Exciting, please. And I guess I'm not a basketball fan, but the Hamilton Raptors, they're opening their home game, I think, tonight. So, and I'll let Chuck probably fill in a few things that's happening with, if he doesn't mind, for the contest for this weekend. So, all right, let me bring in Matt first, VE3SMN. Come on in, Matt, VE3LBI.
Thanks, Larry. Good evening, everyone on net. I am very happy that sitting at home, and thanks to you, Larry, my new antenna is getting through to ZOE. Pretty exciting.
Yep, that's good, Matt. I don't know if anybody can check them on reverse. Matt, could you just give Matt a quick check on reverse there? I'll let Matt come back in, if you don't mind. Come on back in, Matt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go, Jays, go.
House scale, VA3CP, Mike, please. Okay, sorry, go ahead, Dave. What was it? Well, it was half scale at my house. For Paradise and Stone Church, Matt. Good evening, VA3CP, Dave.
15 over S9 here at the Center Mall, VA3 CJZ.
There you go, Matt. Seems to be working really good for you. Better than the other antenna you had up.
Fantastic. I'm very happy to hear that. Thanks, guys.
What else you got for us, Matt? I know you've been on holidays all week. I know you worked on the antennas. You got your end set to put up too, right?
Yeah, the NSET antenna's up and done just the way you suggested it. And my goodness, the reception tonight, I know the band's been pretty good, but it's night and day difference from what I had before to what's going on now. I can hear everything, and every once in a while when I try and sneak in and check into whatever net happens to be going on or answering someone's CQ calls, and they can hear me. It's pretty exciting.
Yep, okay, and Chuck asked you a question. I don't know if are you on YouTube too on that or no? You're not on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube too. I just wasn't paying attention to it while I was chatting, but yeah, it's what's the UHF antenna? All right, I took down what was there was the Discone antenna, and it is now a Diamond X50A.
Well, it definitely is working for you, so very good. All right, Matt, I'm going to drop down. Anything else before I pass it down to Chris?
Sounds good. I'll be listening here, sitting on the side and participating here and there, and I'm enjoying the net.
All right, very good. VA3WPG, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chris.
Yeah, VA3WPG. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I guess just having a quiet night here. After my check-in, I got 2 cold snacks in the fridge, so I'm going to finish those off and just have a quiet one. Listen to the net and probably clean up my desk and my workbench behind me there. Yesterday, I got an email from QRZ customer support. I didn't know this, but I guess they scan every now and again, and if you have an award sitting there, they will say, hey, go check out this, you have a new QRZ operating award. So I go to QRZ, and sure enough, there's an award sitting there for me. And so I now have my United States Counties Award on QRZ. So that was kind of interesting. Didn't know I had that sitting there. So there's an unexpected award. No HF today. And yeah, I guess that's it in radio news over here. VA3WPG.
Oh, excellent, Chris. There you go. Sometimes, you know what? I forget to check myself sometimes in there. I don't know what it is. I just obviously forget to check, but that's very good. I didn't realize that it would actually send you an email about that.
Oh, neither did I. That was the first time I've gotten an email for that. Unless that's a new feature, possibly, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I was surprised that they send you an email too about that. I would think that they would expect you to keep up to date on that stuff.
That's very interesting. I keep my eyes open for that too. Like I said, I haven't really checked my awards on QRZ for quite a while.
Okay, yeah, it could be a new feature. Well, with all this AI junk coming out now, so again, nowadays maybe not surprising.
Yeah, no, very true. With the AI coming out there, they may be doing something with that too. I know quite a few. I know quite a few things will pop up now. And the worst part is some of the stuff that comes up on Facebook, some of the questions that you know that they're just AI.
Some of the stupid, I don't even use that site anymore. AI has absolutely destroyed it. Like those videos, those random videos that come across your screen, those construction vehicles cling to the side of the building, and shipping container boats going over Niagara Falls that are those long boats to carry the shipping train cars. Seeing one of those going over Niagara Falls. Well, you don't even get those in the river there. So Facebook's just become stupid. don't even use that no more.
Yeah, I hear you saying, Chris. All right, anything else before I actually better give it a shout out here. Bill's around too. So, anything else, Chris, before I make a call out?
Oh, that's it for me. We'll just be listening to Ned in the background here. If anything comes up again, I'll pop in. If not, 73 rounds. But yeah, that's it for me for now. VA3WPG.
All right, very good, Chris. All right, any other check-ins? Friday night, ZOE Ragchew. Come on in. VE3LBI.
Victor Echo 3 India, uniform kilowatt here in body and spirit.
I take it, Bill, you're sitting down?
Yeah, I'm sitting down.
All right, very good. Okay. All right, let's bring in Wade next. VA3NCA, VE3LBI. Come on in, Wade.
VA3LBI, VA3NCA. Good evening, Larry, and good evening, everybody on net. Yeah, thank God it's Friday here. It's a little rainy. It's been rainy all day, hasn't it? I guess that's the time of year, maybe. But anyhow, yeah, not much else to add. I haven't really done much radio at all this week. Just been a work from work week most days. But other than that, looking forward to catching up with everybody and also seeing if this Jays game is ever going to start. One thing here saying it's in delay, but I think if they're in Toronto, why wouldn't they have the covered up? Anyways, I don't know. Wonder when it's going to start. But other than that, I'll send it back to you. You can pick up a few more along the way, and maybe we'll see whatever topic emerges. VA3NCA, back to you, Larry.
Yep, okay, no problem, Wade. Yeah, like I said, it's a busy night tonight. We got the Ticats. I don't know how they're making out now. I think they were leading about 13-0 over the Redbacks, I think it is. They changed their names. All the teams that get messed up now. But, yeah, we got that. Like I said, the World Series has started at 8 o'clock. And we also got the Raptors there. I'm not a basketball. I can play it. I like to play it, but I don't like to watch it. The basketball will start tonight, I think, with the Raptors. So it's going to be a very busy downtown Toronto.
Yeah, that would be quite the zoo. I hear that there's been a lot of controversy with all the Ticketmaster pricing and gouging and all that stuff, and having any chance to get any tickets to the thing, you'd have to pretty much be a millionaire to be able to afford it. But anyways, yeah, it was supposed to start at 8, but I'm seeing no indications that it's actually started. So don't know what's going on there. That's the LA Toronto World Series game that is I'm talking about. Other than that, I don't know. Let's see. There's something I was going to mention, but I forget. So maybe it has to wait until next round. Back to you.
Okay, wait, no problem. All right. Let's bring in Mac next. VA3LW, VE3LBI. Come on in, Mac.
Well, good evening, Larry, and everybody on that beautiful day. Thank goodness it's Friday, and looking forward to the weekend. I think Mother Nature's twisting the story a little bit. Previously, I think the forecast for Saturday was supposed to be nice, warm, sunny, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, but maybe not so warm and maybe not so sunny. Anyways, we'll take whatever comes because we can't do anything about it, but the Russians can. Anyways, I just want to throw it out there that so far the leading park for us going to for the winter solstice activation, it turns out to be Christie Conservation Area. And just in case there's a bunch of people that don't have those magic little cards that get you into all the Hamilton region parks, I know Chris has 2 passes that he wants to make available to anybody who needs them, and I have 1. So that allows each holder of these vouchers to get into the park with up to 6 people in the vehicle. So lots of reasons why we can load up the park and have a good time on the 21st of December or somewhere thereabouts. Anyways, just a thought I'd throw that out there. We don't have to discuss it at any length, but December is coming, and the season is rolling on, and I'm not starting to count shopping days yet, but nonetheless. Anyways, something that just plant the seed there. We can talk about it in subsequent weeks. Anyways, Matt, very good. So glad to hear you up and going there. Your X50 is doing a fine job. It was an S7 across the hill to my station. Great job. And also very, very glad that end-fed half wave is bringing you some joy and contacts. That's about it for me right now. I guess band conditions, both 20 and 40, fairly good. Managed to scoop up, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and a dozen new parks this afternoon, between 6:30 and I guess around 7:30-ish, and then sat back, put my feet up, and got ready to do this. Anyways, before I time anything out, I'll turn it back to you. Thanks, Larry.
Yep. Okay, Mac. Yeah, no problem. I was going to say something too. Ask you something or whatever it was. Maybe it'll come back to me. Yep, there was something you said there. Oh, well, Christie Conservation Area. Where's that? I can't remember.
That's on Highway 5, between Clapperson's Corners and what is that? The number 8 intersection. So I guess halfway across.
I think I've been to that park once. I'm not sure. They got camping there?
Christie, no camping. No. Valens has camping, and I think that might be the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, there was one up further up, maybe up number 6. Might have been Valens. I guess it's up that way.
Yeah, it's Valens is up in behind. Oh, geez. Anyways, on your way to Cambridge, if you go out number 8, it's east of you. If it's up number 6, then it's west of you. So kind of in the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I missed that one. But yeah, it was Valens. We went camping at Valens a long time ago. But we were in there for a while. Whatever, a week, I guess.
Yes, sirree. That also is an option, but it's kind of a little out of the way. But one is just as good as another, I think.
Kind of half doubled up there. Sorry. Anything else before I drop it down?
All good to go. Thanks, Larry.
All right, very good. All right, let's bring in Chuck here. VA3, CJZ, VE3LBI. What do we got for contest this weekend? I think we got a big one, don't we?
VA3, CJZ. Good evening, Larry, and all on net. Yes, there is only one contest, and that is the biggest contest of the year. That's the CQ Worldwide DX contest for sideband. And that started at 8 o'clock tonight and will end 8 o'clock, I believe, on Sunday. So the bands are starting to get jammed up now, probably. By tomorrow. Yeah, good luck. Time to use the work band. So, anyways, Valens there. That's around the, it's almost on the way to Cambridge, actually, behind African Lion Safari. We used to go there quite a bit. And they got a man-made pond or lake, whatever you want to call it. And they have fish in there. And they have a swimming area. But I remember one year they had a curtain in the water just for a swimming area. I forget how big it was, maybe 100 feet by a couple hundred feet. Anyways, they put chlorine in the water, and every time you would swim up to the where the curtain was, you'd see dead fish floating around. So they got rid of that idea. Listen, if you can't swim in a lake or a pond, then don't go in. So it's not a public swimming pool, right? Anyways, I love it there. It's nice. Lots of room. There's hiking, cycling, and we really enjoy it. And so, what else? Quiet day for me today. I'm going to be probably doing the contest there over the weekend. Back to you there, Larry.
Yep. Okay. Now a little hot tonight, Chuck. Did you do anything with bowling today? How was 20? Actually made a couple contacts on 20. We just we're going to think about putting up some for 20 meters. And the band was pretty good today, so I made quite a few contacts on 20.
Oh, very good. Hopefully the audio is a bit better there. Nothing today, nothing at all. The wife is off work, and we've been, back and forth, so I really haven't sat down to do any radio work today. I did other stuff. But I've been collecting call signs all week long, Larry. 10 meters has been wide open. It's been great. I actually got one or two new countries. Algeria, I think, is one of them, and you don't see that too often. So I got them, and hopefully I can get a few other new entities / countries. But nothing today, but the whole week it's been great.
Yep, the audio is a lot better. Yeah, what do we got here? Bill, Blue Jays game has started. Okay. All right. I guess Bill's just Wade's keeping us up to date. I know it's Bill. Anyways, yes. I actually went to 10 today and was listening a little bit, and it was really busy. I couldn't believe it. Really busy. And again, the audio is a lot better, Chuck.
Oh, good. Well, the guys have been coming online to entice people to try and catch them during the contest. So a lot of the big stations have been out, and they've started calling out way before the contest started.
Well, I didn't think you're supposed to do that, but I guess maybe they're not taking any points down. Just making sure they got a spot to get on for the contest.
Yeah, no, definitely. They don't officially log until 8 o'clock, but like I said, it's a way to entice people. They might have started doing this on Monday or on Wednesday, just to let people know they're out there, and they say, see you in the contest after they make contact with them. So they're definitely trying to lure people in for points.
And this one's worldwide, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it only a phone, or is it wide open for everything?
Nope, sideband only. There is one for CW afterwards, but this one goes from 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160.
Well, it's going to be a busy weekend. Let's hope the bands hold up. So, all right. Anything else, Chuck, before I pass down to Dave here?
Not this round, Larry. Thanks for doing it. VA3CJZ.
Oh, okay. Very good. Let me put a call out first. Anybody else want to check into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign is Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo with you. Come on in. All right. We'll bring up Dave here. VA3CP, VE3LBI. Come on in, Dave.
Yeah, good evening, Larry. VA3LBI, VA3CP. Good evening, all on net. Chris, I think that might be a new thing to notify you. You used to have to go and analyze your logbook and then apply for those awards. I was kind of surprised. I just looked. I got 12 of them, and there's the one for the counties. You have to have 100 counties, so not too hard to do. I'm up to 1,239, so I think that's probably from chasing quota, I'm sure. All right. Yeah, my daughter and family are up in Ottawa this weekend, and last night they were at the Senators hockey game, and my daughter sent me a video of the scoreboard where they were doing the lucky fan thing, and my grandson was on there with his Burlington Bulldogs shirt. They're out there for a hockey tournament for the weekend, so it's kind of neat. VA3IMW VA3CP. Oh, that's very good, Dave. Was it taking snapshots of the audience? Yes, exactly. Excellent. All right, to be very pleased with that. So, and now you got a piece of it because, like you say, your daughter took a video of it. So, you always got that as a keepsake. Yeah, that's right. So, anyway, I presume they're having fun. I guess they had the Sens game yesterday. Today there was supposed to be two games. Tomorrow is 2 games, and then depending on how well they do, there could be either 1 or 2 games on Sunday. So the kids will all be back by the end of Sunday, guaranteed. Yep, absolutely. All right, nothing else for the moment, Larry, VA3CP. Okay, thanks, Dave. Let's bring in Bill. VE3UK, VE3LVI. Come on in, Bill.
Yeah, good evening, Larry, and good evening to everyone that's here and anyone that's watching on YouTube. Didn't do too much radio today. I was out in Berlin today. I did my Friday thing out in Berlin where I do some volunteer stuff. So managed to get about 5 new parks on 40 meters when I got home, but I didn't check any of the other bands yet. But the good news is since this antenna's been up, I'm now, 251 parks I've worked in a little over 3 weeks. So we've been doing quite well, and was tickled to get Italy confirmed as a quota park, waiting for Azores to be confirmed. So looking forward to maybe being on a work dance this weekend against all the other bands. Will be kind of a zoo. So that's what we're doing here. So we're tickled at how well the antenna is working, and it's nice to get into pileups and not have to fight so much. I'm getting some pretty favorable signal reports, so we're quite happy about that. 2 questions I had. One is, where can I find a printable band plan? I want one for the American bands and one for the Canadian bands. I don't know if I can get them at RAC or wherever, but maybe somebody can direct me to where I would find those. And I understand that Dave, VA3CP, had an update on the status of our operation in parks in Hamilton. I just wonder what section that's under on the Discord site. Back to you, Larry.
No problem, Bill. All right, let's bring in Dave, though. VA3CP, VE3LVI. For the people who haven't read it, maybe you can bring us up to date on the POTA in the parks around here. If you got a second, Dave, please. Okay, very good, Larry. VA3CP. All right, Bill and everybody. One of the guys that I know at Burlington, his mother is a volunteer at Westfield, and his mother was aware of a letter that was sent from the headquarters office to all parks, advising them that amateur radio was allowed in the parks. So that's good news for us. The only thing I would advise is that we should still be following the guidelines that they've set forth for us. No spikes in the ground unless you talk to if you can't, talk to the park manager if there isn't one on site. But, just be careful. Try and be unobtrusive, and, if you do say hello to a park manager, if there's one there, probably build a rapport with the amateur radio community. And it's park, I believe it's under Park Info, Bill, on Discord. I think that's where it is, wherever the first thread was.
Okay, Roger. Thanks, Dave.
It pretty much says what I just said.
Okay, that's favorable. Thanks for all your work as well.
Yeah, it's been a long go. This all started off back in April, but I think we finally put it to bed, so that's good. So I don't expect that we should have any more problems. Just like I said, don't do anything that could cause damage or anything else like that, and be very aware of safety. Make just for the Hamilton Parks, we maybe shouldn't be using the elevator radios. All right. Any other questions, Chris?
Well, that clears it up for me. Thanks much, Steve. I'll turn it back to Larry.
Okay, to your first question, Bill, I actually had, and I don't remember I got it, maybe somebody else will. I had a band plan for US and had a band plan for Canada. I could probably dig it out. I think it was colored. Anybody got an idea where you could pick that information up? Please go ahead. VA3LBI. VA3CP. Go ahead. Is that for me, Larry? Yes, go ahead, Dave. Okay. Bill, if you do a Google search for Canadian Amateur Band Plan, it's on rac.ca. You can print it out there. And also, if you want a band amateur radio band plan for the United States, just search that out, and you'll find that there's multiple options for size and colors and all that other stuff on the ARRL site.
Okay, thanks for that, Dave.
Okay, good. VA3CP.
WPG, Larry.
WPG?
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Just a quick comment for Bill there, and if any problem finding that, I have the band plan right in front of me. Canadian band plan, 10, 12, 15, 17, 20, 30, 60, 80, 160, 630, 2200 meters. And then I got the other Canadian one for 6'2", 1.25 and 70 centimeters, colorized band plan 8x10 sheet. I can easily make a photocopy too. So.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll do some research if I can't find it. I'll take you up on that. Thanks.
It's right on my wall here. I just got to peel it off and photocopy it. Okay, back from that VA3 WPG.
Okay, there you go, Bill. All right, anything else, Bill? They must have something else. I did mention to you that I did hear you, you had said, pardon me, excuse me. When you signed in, I said I had heard you doing some hunting on the quota there. You were just in front of me.
Yeah, Roger, yeah. It's nice not to have to struggle so much in pile-ups. I'm being hurt a lot quicker, so it gives you incentive to want to do some more hunting. So I'm really appreciative of the help that Chris gave me, because I'm, for my situation here, very happy on how the antenna is working, Larry.
Well, I think the biggest thing what happens too, Bill, is people get to recognize you. I did it for quite a few, first couple of years, I hit it pretty hard. And they got to know my voice and everything, and some of them still do. I mean, as of today, I've got over 30,770 contacts, QSOs on POTA.
Well, I've got about 1/6 of that, so maybe I'll try and play catch up.
By all means. But like I say, they get to know your voice, so they'll pick you up and they go, "Oh, that's Larry." One fellow I hadn't talked to for almost a year, and he knew my voice and my call sign right off the top. His name was Jeff. I don't remember his call sign right offhand, but he knew me right away.
Yeah, I can think of about, right off the top of my head, about 7 or 8 amateurs that know me by my voice and by my name. They always, say thanks, Bill. So I can think of like N4 TRD is one of them. So, because I've been working him quite a bit lately. So yeah, you're right, Larry.
Anyway, okay, Bill, thanks. Anybody else checking into the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI. Anything? Kind of open again. I did say, you mentioned that I got rid of that one bad battery, and all my batteries are now charged up to what their capacity, what they're supposed to be, with the solar, and then I also have a trickle charger that I leave on at night. It's on all the time, especially in the winter time, and it charges the batteries, all 5 of them. All right, let me pass it back up to Matt. VE3 SMN, Matt, come on back in, VE3LBI.
Yeah, Larry, VE3IUK, Noel is trying to get in there.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Come on in, Noel.
VE3KDT, I was just throwing one into the spot there. I didn't really have any traffic, but you can put me down to the left.
Yeah, sorry, Noel. You got the kids this weekend?
negative. Just doing stuff around the house.
Oh, a quiet weekend. Could do whatever you want.
Kind of. It's more just take care of all their stuff that they left. So I got a whole bunch of laundry. It's gonna do their bed sheets and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, good time. But no, other than that, just kind of listening along.
So you'll get them next weekend, will you?
Yeah, coming down in time for doing trick or treating on Halloween there.
Oh, okay. So you have them on Friday. You'll be able to take them out. Do you have much of a community over there for kids and stuff for trick or treating?
I've done it a few times before, but it's like my house and maybe one or two of the other ones in the townhouse complex here. So it's most likely I'm just gonna throw them in the car, and I might actually just take them back to like my stomping grounds there in Stony Creek, where I grew up, because it's quite nice there.
Geez, I would have thought with a complex like that, everybody would have kind of got together and went into it.
No, it's kind of hit or miss. You'll see a bunch that will like go out with the kids, but very few people that are actually handing out candy. And it's like I kind of stopped doing it because I didn't really even get any traffic. Because, like I said, it was me and one other house.
Well, what is this hit or miss here? I think the year before last, like 2 years ago, we got 26. Last year we had 80 kids. We don't know where they all came from. Well, we know where they came from, but I mean, what area they came from. But there was like 80 kids here.
Yeah, I've heard we're just getting cleaned out. That's kind of some of my friends were saying that too. That they had a whole ton of candy and we're done within like 40 minutes, and others got to eat the candy themselves.
Well, we actually ran out last year and turned the lights off and told the kids they were sorry. And we weren't handing out any more than like one little thing per person. So it was quite the, we don't know, we got enough this year for about 140, I think. But like the wife said, some kids can't eat chocolate, so we bought some chips and they can, trade off of that stuff.
Well, unfortunately, for this year for Halloween, I've run out of candy twice already.
You're sneaking it, eh?
Perhaps. It's also cheaper.
Okay, Matt. Okay, don't let me looking at Matt's up here. Okay, no problem, bro. All right. Anything else before I pass it back up?
No, just kind of be listening along there. Thanks for doing it.
All right, thanks, Noel. Come on back in, Matt. VE3SMN, VE3LBI.
Thanks, Larry. Not a heck of a lot to add to the net, but I did want to mention VA3CP Dave. I wanted to say thank you to you, and also I sent an email. You can take a look at that whenever you have some time. And talking about battery backup, I thought the other night when the power went out here for a few hours, and I thought, if I was mid-conversation or having a QSO or just chatting, I would have been in the dark. And then I got to go outside and get my generator out, hook it up, and by then, whoever I'm talking to would probably be fast asleep. So I hooked up a battery backup to my shack. A little switch here beside me that says radio, and when I flip it on, it engages the battery, and gives me a seamless operation, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Are they being solar powered, Matt?
So I have a connector down by the battery. I can hook up my battery charger. But if I engage it when the power supply is on, the power supply will keep the battery charged. And then if for any reason the power goes out, the battery will just carry on and won't lose a connection.
Is this this is something that came up? Is it a lead acid battery?
Yeah, it's just Just a normal car battery, nothing special.
Just a little bit more to the wiser. Just be cautious of that. One of the fellows before, Paul, VA3IMW, he had an issue where he was getting carbon monoxide in the house. He actually had to phone 911. When the fire department came, they couldn't figure out where the carbon monoxide was coming. It was pretty high in the house. And what they discovered was he had his battery with a battery charger on it, and it was actually producing carbon monoxide.
Yeah, if the battery is being overcharged or overused, it can definitely give off fumes that aren't good for you. And I have it basically everything is low current, low rate of charge, safety precautions in place and stuff like that. Everything's fused, and if anything were to happen, it should look after itself.
Okay, all right, no problem. So I know I have a what do you call it, Lyco Pro 4, but I put what I did on mine was I actually put the connector proper connectors onto it, so I can actually my radio's on the same connector, and I can change those. Maybe there's something you should think about. I've got lots of connectors here, and I actually have the actual the tool to put them on. So it makes it convenient if you want to say with the Light Pro 4, they're an easy swap out. The connectors are very small, and they're actually very good. They're very firm.
Right on. Yeah, having good connections is very important, because that can also create problems if you have bad connections or loose or corroded or anything. You end up with higher current and bigger problems.
Yeah, these ones are the power poles. I bought a kit of them, so if you're interested, let me know. We get together, we can put some connectors on and make it interchangeable. You don't have to run it with them type of alligator clips or main. Even my power supplies, both my power supplies have the power poles on them now, and one of them runs into a distribution panel.
Nice. That's the way to do it. I have battery terminals on there, so everything terminals are crimped on, soldered on, covered with heat shrink, bolted on. There's nothing that's just kind of clipped or anything, and then the wiring's all connected to the back of the power supplies. Everything's screwed in place, and all those connections are crimped and soldered, so I think they're good. They're not going anywhere.
The power poles just make it a little bit easier if you want to take the radio and move it. Say you want to take it a mobile or something. Very quick disconnect on it. So I just thought we could get together and I could probably help you with it. And by the way, Matt, have you done anything, or you're thinking about doing anything with POTA?
Well, I'm hearing more and more about it, and it's starting to pique my interest a little bit. I haven't done anything with it yet. I know I've talked to Spencer a few times about it too, VA3SPN, my friend that I work with, but I haven't done anything yet, so I'm sure that's coming in the near future.
Well, lots of information on the Discord. Again, don't be afraid to ask. I mean, it's a very simple sign up. There's no cost. It's just the POTA.app, and away you go from there. You sign into it, and you can either hunt or activate. So most of mine's been hunting, but it's quite interesting. And there's a POTA page at the same time when you go into it. You can actually see who's active and available for activations on the different bands.
Yeah, I've often thought, I hear everyone chatting about all the activations and stuff, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, I've been playing with the HF radio for a couple hours and I haven't heard anything, but yeah, I guess if you have the software and the information to kind of guide you along, then that makes it all make sense, I guess you could say.
Yep, no, absolutely so. All right, anything else
Matt, before I drop it down to Chris?
Just one other thing. Yeah, as you mentioned, I was off this week, so I kind of focused on the antennas and the radio stuff. And when I was at Radio World buying the antenna, I also bought myself a little Yaesu handheld. So I did my best to practice self-control when I was in there and not go crazy. But all of my handheld radios are Baofeng or Pofeng or Quansheng. So I got my first real radio, so to speak. It's just an entry-level Yaesu little tiny thing, but man, what a difference a better quality radio makes.
Very good. I'm glad you got that then. All right. Is that, what is that? What is it, 2 meters, 70 centimeters also?
Yep, that's all just very basic. UHF, VHF, one-line display. I just have all our local repeaters programmed in there and a couple of our simplex frequencies that we use. And, but just the quality of the reception compared to the other radios, even just having them side by side sitting here in the basement. The Yaesu's crystal clear. All the other ones are staticky and, cutting out stuff. I can walk around the house with the Yaesu and listen to a repeater where none of the other radios can do that. And I'm really impressed with it so far.
Well, I hate to tell you, Matt, but I think you're hooked.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. All right, Larry, I'll let you carry on. Thank you very much for all your help, and thanks for doing this net. I'm glad I got to participate a little more this time and actually get connected to ZOE. I'm pretty stoked.
All right, very good, Matt. All right, Chris, you're up. VA3WPG, VE3LBI. What else you got for us tonight, Chris?
Just want to say Halloween. I don't think Halloween is what it used to be, that's for sure. But I got all kinds of bar and nightclub lights in here, and strobe lights and fog machines and lasers and all that kind of stuff on a trussing system. And I'm actually out of space, so I threw a couple of my par lights out on the balcony. So my balcony is going to be flashing orange and green for Halloween. So that'll be looking pretty cool. As for those Anderson connectors, yes, those things are absolute lifesavers on the station. That's how I run both my home station and my POTA station. Anyone who's seen my POTA station, how I set that up, that's how I run my home station as well. And running from the power supply into a Anderson connector distribution panel. Nice way to run a setup. Easy stuff. Other than that, I'm not sure if this is a 73 or not, but that's all I got for this round. If we have a 73, I'll see you on that one. If this is not it, we'll catch you there.
No, we got a few more minutes before we do a 7-3. So, do you get many kids in the apartment building, Chris?
Do we have many in here? 7th floor. There's a couple that I see. You know what? Actually, down the street, there's actually quite a few kids in the neighborhood that I see lined up at various buildings on my block for school. There's a few in my building. Being my second year here, I didn't really pay much attention to Halloween last year. I know the apartment building itself didn't decorate up the hallways for Halloween. I know some buildings do. This one apparently doesn't. Maybe the kids from here would probably go down to the houses on Whitney, or I guess all the apartment buildings are now all locked up and stuff. I know back in the day, apartment buildings didn't really lock their doors, but these days kids wouldn't be able to get into the apartment, so I guess that's maybe why I don't see too many around here. I guess they would all go down to Whitney, and I guess that's really the only houses around here, that area.
Yeah, okay, no, I just wondered. Okay, thanks, Chris. Bringing weight, VA3NCA, VCLVI. What do you get for Halloween over your way? Do you get many kids there, Wade?
VA3LBI, VA3NCA. Yeah, we get a reasonable amount. Although I think the neighborhood tends to trend older, so that limits it a little bit. But for the folks that are here, it's reasonably busy. Not as much as we had in Brantford. Brantford, I guess we must have been in a really young area because it was a lot busier back then. So maybe it's a sign of the times. Maybe it's also a sign of the average age of the people in our area. But yeah, we get a few. Yeah, so looking forward to it again this year as well. And yeah, we'll see. Quick question, maybe for Mac to pick up when his turn comes up again. I asked on the chat, and Chuck came back. He thought it was December 21st. But if we landed on a day for the winter eyeball QSO, then I'll throw an entry in the special activations section of the Discord. I just wanted to get confirmation. Is it the Saturday or the Sunday, the 20th or the 21st of December? And we can maybe marinate on that until Mac's turn comes up. So back to you there, Larry. Oh, and in the Jays game, I guess it's now the Dodgers' turn. They're 2 outs with the bases loaded now, and that's after they got one run in. So they're leading 1-0, and they're sitting with bases loaded right now and 2 outs. So I guess it's going to be one of those types of games. Back to you, Larry.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what the score in the Ticat game is. I'm trying to find it here, and I don't know. I don't know what the. I'm just looking. It says 26-7 for Hamilton, but I don't know where they are. I think they're in the third quarter, so I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting to see. I know we were out in Second Road East, and there was like no kids, because the houses were so far apart. But I take the daughter out. We walk around. So, all right, next week I'll be driving down to Mac. VA3LW, VA3LBI. How about you, Mac? Do you get a lot of kids for Halloween?
Some years we do, some years we don't. Around here, it seems to be a little cyclic. We've had years where it's bumper crop and they keep coming and they keep coming. And then all of a sudden the older kids show up and, that's when you turn the lights out and close the doors. But yeah, as long as the older kids are well behaved, you don't mind handing candy out to those as well. But there's been other years where you get 6 or 7 and that's it. So like I say, it's up and down. And I think a lot of this changed around the years with the COVID. And I think with people that have moved in and out, you've seen an influx of older folks, and then all of a sudden then families are back in with younger children. So I think we're due for a fairly high traffic year this year. It would be nice to see for a change. Anyways, I wanted to take a backspace here with Matt. I want to confirm he's got himself a nice little FT60 Yaesu antenna or radio. I got one of those as well. Nice simple unit, no fancy digital stuff or anything like that. And the other thing, since he's already hooked on the hobby, the weekend activation for the winter solstice, whether it be the 22nd or the 20th or the 21st, would be a good opportunity for him to come out and see how simple it is to set up a radio in a park, throw up an antenna, whether it's a vertical or a wire in a tree, and start making contacts around the world. Certainly great exposure to Parks on the Air, and kind of like a mini field day all over again. Anyways, as far as wage question goes, haven't really cemented the Saturday or Sunday question, but I think in most other situations, Sunday has proved to be the more favorable day for most people to participate. but we could be tentative on the 21st and with a potential offset day of the 20th. So let's start with the 21st. Let's start with potentially Christie Conservation Area, and we can modify plans accordingly as we continue the dialogue. I think I've covered everything without timing out the repeater.
Okay, yep, no problem. Very good, Mac. Anything else before I drop it down?
Drop it down. Tap it in.
All right, thanks. Let's call out. Any other check-ins? 28 ZOE Ragchew. My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. Come on in. Okay, Chuck, VA3, CJZ, VE3LBI. Did you get many kids that down your way for Halloween?
VA3, CJZ. First of all, Larry, I just wanted to say congratulations on the radio to Matt for getting both antennas up, and quite successfully, I'm guessing. I've yet to talk to him on HF, but maybe we can arrange that sometime this weekend. Probably not a good idea, but yeah, I just wanted to say congratulations because Bill, VE3IUK, also just recently got two antennas up, and he's loving it. So, way to go, guys! Welcome to the hobby. And Larry, I'm kind of like Mac. Some years we get a reasonable amount, and some years not so much. Maybe the weather plays into that. I don't know. But I'm starting to notice a lot of really tiny ones. So I think we've got post-COVID babies popping up in our general neighborhood. And so if you go right to the end of my street, you go one more block over, and I think it's the Kiwanis Boys and Girls Club. So lots of kids in the area.
Yeah, that's a good point, too. Yeah, that's very true. So, well, all right. Anything else before I pass it down to Dave?
Oh, I just wanted to touch on the battery thing there. I'm still not financially able to get a LifePo battery just yet, but I will. But I do have something on the go for backup power and whatnot. First of all, I've get this. My wife's car battery dies, right? She buys a new battery. She sells the car 6 weeks later. So I pulled that out and kept it. And it's on a really good charger. It's one of those smart chargers. It's only a 5 amp, but it's all I need because this car battery has been lasting quite long. And it's brand new, so. And then I do have a solar panel outside with hooked up to a solar charge controller and going into some scooter batteries from I got from Tom's mother. And nothing gets warm. Everything is great. No fumes, and so until I can afford LifePo type batteries, then this will work just fine for me.
Yep, very good. Yeah, that's good. I was going to mention something. Your battery you have in the house, or actually all of them, you don't have to sit on a concrete floor, right? You got them raised up off of something, right?
Yeah, I learned about that one a long time ago, and haven't done that since. No, they're sitting out in a stump of a tree. Well, a log I cut.
Okay, you learned your lesson. All right, no problem.
Yeah, non-conductive wood is just fine.
Exactly. All right, thanks, Chuck. Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. How do you make out for kids for normally for Halloween?
VA3CP. It's up and down. It was for a while. We didn't have very many because the population on the street aged out. We had basically all retired people, but houses have sold, and the kids are back in. We got 2 youngsters next door, and of course our kids are all around the neighborhood. So we usually get 60 to 75, somewhere in around there, maybe. And I think Lee's prepared for 150. So we'll see how it goes. And that business about batteries on concrete floors, that's a myth, by the way. Check it out on Snopes. Back to you, Larry.
Yep. Okay. How about you, Bill? VA3IMW. Do you get many kids for Halloween your way?
I'm sort of in the same situation as Mac. It seems to vary from year to year. Last year we had, I think, 50 some odd kids. The year before we had hardly any. So it just seems to vary from year to year. But we always make sure we have lots. And if not, believe me, the candy does not go to waste.
Goes to your waste.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I already asked that question, Noel. So, anything else to add, Noel, about to the question there, or my question I had about the kids?
No, I guess if you're throwing around there, but you kind of already went through everyone. I was just kind of curious if you know what they're dressing up as. Mine's apparently doing the, one of the boys from the K-pop Demon Hunters thing. He's a kid, so we'll let him go.
Yeah, I don't think we have anybody here that has young enough kids to get dressed up. So, I think our grandson's getting dressed up as a SWAT. I think that's like a SWAT member. I think so. All right, we're gonna do a 7-3 round shortly. Anybody have any other questions or anything else you want to throw on the table before we do a 7-3? VA3LBA.
I have one comment about batteries, VA3CP.
Yes, go ahead, Dave. VA3CP.
Okay, this is directed towards anybody that's using an SLA battery or AGM battery, lead acid. As far as capacity goes, you should never run a lead acid battery below 50% of its charge. So if you've got a lead acid battery that's 50 amp hours, say, or 12 volts, you should not draw any more than 25 amp hours out of it. What it does is it wears on the battery and shortens its life. Whereas LiPo 4s, although they're a little bit more expensive, they will go. You get 20 amp hours out of a 20 amp hour battery, pretty much, and they shut off before they do any damage to the battery. And was one of the things that came to mind there. Of course, it's gone right now, but anyway, yeah, it's a good thing to do that. SLA batteries are good for X number of charges. It's usually a couple of 300. And you'll find that LiPo 4 batteries, even though you pay about half as much again, you're going to get 3,000 charges out of them. Thank you, Larry, VA3CP.
Any comments or questions to what Dave put on the table there? VA3LBI.
A comment, VA3IMW.
Go ahead, Mac.
Yep. So when you're dealing with either AGM or lead acid batteries, you're also going to understand that as you draw the current down on the battery, the voltage will drop. So a good indicator of when you're approaching the point where the battery is not going to be producing reliable power, it's a good idea to have the ability to monitor the voltage. So if your radio starts to pull amperage and the voltage on the battery drops down to the neighborhood of 11 amps, that's a good place to cut it off and prevent any damage to your radio. There's actually some owner's manuals that say that you're not supposed to run power lower than 11 amps without potential damage to the circuitry. So that's the magic number. You might want to buffer that by like 0.2 volts or something like that. There is a lot of very inexpensive digital monitoring units that you can hook up directly between your battery and your radio. So it will tell you what you're drawing for amperage, and it will give you a remaining voltage indicator as well. So there you go. That's all for me.
Any other comments before I do a 7-3 round?
Yeah, quick comment.
Yep, go ahead, Noel.
Yeah, just the lead acid battery. I just pulled up the chart for it. Sealed lead acid, it looks like 12.2 to 12.1 volts. You're at 50 to 40% charge left. So stop there. And if it's the flooded one, like the car battery, between just over 12 volts even, there's about 40-50% left. So that would be what you're saying there for stop at a 50%.
Yep, okay, thanks. Any other comments? All right, let's run down the list for a 7-3 round. Matt, you're up. VE3SMN, VE3LBI. Just doing a 7-3 round, Matt.
Sounds good. Yeah, I have a display here that's saying right now I'm drawing 6 amps. This is with the radio on low power. I'm at 13.51 volts. And then if I do switch to battery power, it will continue working and tell me how much current and how many volts. So I can keep an eye on stuff. Larry, thank you for all your help, all your suggestions, all your good advice. It has definitely worked over here for me. And Mac, thank you. Dave, thank you very much too. 73 to all on that. Go Jays and happy Halloween. Back to you, Larry.
Well, you bring up a good point saying that. We got Halloween next Friday night. Everybody still want to do the net? Let me pass that real quick. Matt, what do you think? We'll do the net next Friday night?
Probably won't be able to participate tomorrow or next Friday. Definitely be listening, but whether I'll be able to participate or not, that I'm not too sure of yet because we're doing a few things here at the house.
Okay, no problem. Chris, VA3WPG, we're doing a 7-3 round. Same question. Should we do the net next Friday night, being Halloween?
VA3WPG, I vote yes. 73, everybody.
Okay, thank you. Wade, VA3NCA, VE3LBI, doing a 7-3 round. Same question. Do the net next week on Friday?
VA3LBI, VA3NCA, yeah, I would participate. By this point, well, anyways, we don't have anybody going, and we don't have anybody going out. The kids are too old for that, and we got enough of them around here that they'll run the front door. So, yeah, I would vote for yes. And just one thing about the batteries, about the off-gassing from the lead acid or the flooded lead acid. Do note that gas is going to be tasteless, odorless. You're not going to know it unless you have a detector. And I hadn't ever heard of it giving off carbon monoxide, but it does give off hydrogen. Nonetheless, you don't want either of those in high concentrations in your living space. I wonder if when Paul had it and the fire department was there, I wonder if that was just them, short forming bad gas in the area. And saying it was CO. You generally need an incomplete combustion for CO to be accumulating. But anyways, all that to say, no matter what type of gas it is, technically, you don't want it in your house. So just do be careful if you're using flooded lead acid, for sure. It's one of the other reasons why the LifePro tends to be a little bit safer, longer lived, easier to deal with, all that stuff. Anyways, all of that to say, this is my 7-3, and long-winded as usual. 7-3 to everybody on net, and Larry, thanks for doing it. VA3NCA.
Okay, thanks, Wade. Matt, same question. We're doing a 7-3, but should we do the net next week?
I'll be here next week, whether anybody else is or not. A great way to finish up the week. Thanks, Larry.
Okay, thank you. Chuck, VA3CJZ, VE3LBI, 7-3 round, and should we do the net next week?
VA3CJZ. doing the net next week? Sure. I might be in and out though, because I'll go keep the wife company a bit, and give her a break to go pee or whatever. But yeah, sure thing. Other than that, good net, Larry. Thanks for doing it, and everybody have a great rest of the evening. VA3CJZ.
Okay, thank you. Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. Doing a 7-3. Should we have the net next week?
I will have grandkids here, so I would say I will not be attending. And 73, I'll be VA3CP.
Oh, VE3UK, 7-3 round, and should we have the net next week, though?
I don't see why not. I'll be around. Like to say 7-3 to everybody and leave you with a little joke here. What did the computer programmer say when he found his hard drive in the freezer?
Okay, go ahead, Bill.
Now is the winter of my disk content.
Okay, Noel, VE3KET, 7-3 round, Noel, and what about the net next week? Do you think you'll be around or no?
Sorry, I'm still grumbling at Bill's comment there. Chances are I'll probably be heading back around 8 or so. So if I'm not here right away, it'll be like a later check-in or something. But I'll probably be listening along on that. I can't imagine my guys are going to be out late.
Okay, no problem. All right, yeah, well, I'll continue on then. By 8 o'clock, most of it's done anyway, so the wife will be probably okay outside by herself. So, they usually start fairly early. I mean, because it's getting darker now, earlier time. I think the earliest we've had kids here is probably 5:15. Okay, folks, anything else? I actually put a last call out here. Anybody else want to check in? Final call for ZOE Ragchew. My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo. Come on in. All right, that's a wrap. All right, once again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew. Again, you guys make the net. I just write down the call signs and the names. I'd like to thank Terry, though, VE3IQO, for the uses of the repeater. And with that, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. I'll turn the repeater back over to the normal use. I'll be back probably in about 5 minutes. 7-3.
And that brings the stream to a close as well. 7 3s, one and all. That's how we say goodbye.